Peace. What's up, y'all? I'm gonna get this started in a minute. Let me know if my audio sound right. And if you on TikTok, please go to my YouTube. Also hit the subscribe button when you get over there as well. So let me know. Does it still sound like it's static or it's crystal? Appreciate that. Well, on the TikTok side, it's saying it's crystal, but I need to know on my YouTube side. I'm not showing nothing on TikTok. So you got to go over there to my YouTube. So you see it says go to my YouTube to watch YouTube Naturalism of Yahweh. So basically, what I'm going to be showing you is basically the whole slave narrative was exceedingly exaggerated. It was exaggerated, and these Pan-Africans, they want us to be Africans so bad, but they just don't have enough proof to show that we are Africans. These guys can't even show proof that they are Africans with tangible records. So again, why do we got to sit up here and keep listening to people that's trying to identify us with another group of people who we have no real connection with at all? That logically doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Let me go ahead and turn my camera on. If I can find it. There we go. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? It's Naturalism of Yahweh. And what I'm going to be showing you today is, hold on, turn this down. It's just showing you some stuff basically from the slavevoyage.com and some books that I found that's contributing to this narrative that we allegedly are Africans, but they're basically saying it doesn't make any fucking sense too. You know what I'm saying? They're basically saying none of this slave narrative doesn't make sense on the so-called African American. Everything is basically just a whole bunch of lies. You know what I'm saying? The numbers is all mixed up. They don't have nothing accurate to show you. Nothing whatsoever. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to slavevoyage.com, right? So this is how we're going to kick it off. This lesson going to be kind of quick, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be very lengthy. So we're going to go straight to slavevoyage.com. Again, if you over there on TikTok, please go to YouTube. This is the only way you can see what's on the screen. All right. Oh, yeah. And before I start, I am not focusing on anyone that's not bringing anything to the table that's dealing with knowledge and understanding. All of this stuff just dealing with drama, just want to talk about people and not really trying to wake up the people to this true knowledge. I am not entertaining that. I'm not doing that no more. So just letting you know, those of y'all that's out there listening. All right, so here we go. So let me go ahead and turn on my screen capture. Boom. Get this off. That is TikTok. And what we're going to do, we're going to go to slavevoyage.com. So those of you who already been on this page, let me make my camera smaller. But those of y'all have already been on slavevoyage.com. You know all the little crap that they say about how 12 million Africans came over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what they had left for us to review. So basically, like, this is their proof, right? So I want to know, do y'all really believe everything on slavevoyage.com? Do you believe anything on slavevoyage.com? Do you? Yes? No? Do you believe slavevoyage.com is 100% accurate? I'm trying to. Yeah, there we go. Do you believe slavevoyage.com is 100% accurate? Hmm? Because it's not. It really isn't. So what they say, the first thing they say is explore the origins and forced relocations of enslaved Africans across the Atlantic world. The Slave Voyages website is a collaborative digital initiative that initiative that compiles and makes public accessible records. They say they make public accessible records, and we're gonna look for those. Do they actually have those on here? It's not here. Right, Amaru. Hell no. They said they have public accessible records. So that means you can go here, right, and find your African records. That's basically what they're saying. That's a straight lawsuit, by the way. They literally told a lie right here in front of you. But it says makes it is. They said they makes publicly accessible records of the largest slave trades in history. Search these records. Again, they saying records to learn about the broad origins and forced relocations of they said more than 12. I thought it was 12 million. They said more than 12 million African people who were sent across the Atlantic in slave ships. Hundreds of thousands were trafficked within the Americas. Explore where they were taken. The numerous rebellions that occurred, the horrific loss of life during the voyages, the identities and nationalities of the perpetrators, and much more. See, that's a mouthful, but I didn't know they was going with more than 12 million. Y'all got to go to, like, those of y'all that's on TikTok, y'all got to go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. It says Naturalism of Yahweh right there. I'm pretty sure you can read. Henry Gates introduced. Let's see what Henry Gates said. Let's see what Henry Gates said.
SlaveVoyages.org website.
Y'all should know who this guy is.
Now completed 10 years of successful. The SlaveVoyages.org website.
Could y'all hear the audio? Those of you on the YouTube, could you hear that audio?
Has now completed 10 years of successful operation, drawing on 4 decades of archival research on 5 continents, a revolution in computer processing costs. 10 years of successful operation, drawing on 4 decades of archival research on 5 continents, a revolution in computer processing costs, and with major funding from the National Endowment for the Humanities and the UK's Arts and Humanities Research Board, the site now offers access to details of more than 36,000 slave trading voyages between Africa and the New World, a further 11,400 voyages from one part of the Americas to another part of the Americas, and 92,000 Africans who were forced to make these voyages. The role of slave voyages as the basic reference tool for the slave trade to the Americas and now within the Americas is well established. Users can now analyze data, sample estimates of the slave trade, view videos, maps, and animations, consult research essays, contribute corrections to existing data, and add information on voyages that the editors don't even know about. For more on these new features, we need to turn to those involved in the project.
The new major feature of the Slave Voyage website is this intra-American slave trade database that Greg O'Malley from University of California, Santa Cruz, and myself have been organizing and coordinating during the past 2 years thanks to a National Endowment of Humanities grants. This new database adds intra-American slave voyages. That means slave voyages happening within the Americas, from Curacao to Venezuela, from Barbados to South Carolina, from Jamaica to Mexico. This new database on the intra-American slave trade shows the importance of Spanish America, the Spanish colonies in the Americas, because a good number of these enslaved Africans arrived from other parts to the Americas.
The new interface is a lot slicker and speedier. Users will probably not perceive.
You notice they're not saying nothing about records.
But we do hope that they will notice in the future. In addition to these improvements in the user interface, we also added about 1,200 new voyages to the database and new information about some 4,000 voyages that we already had. Since 2008, Emory has been the only institution responsible for supporting the website. But in order to make it more sustainable into the future, we are building this new consortium of universities that will help maintain the website, update it, and further developed into the future so other generations will be able to use the website.
So I've been part of the project since 2006, and one of the facets that I'm working on now is the development of the 3D animation of a slave ship, an 18th century ship known as the L'Aurore, which carried over 600 enslaved Africans to Saint-Domingue, or modern-day Haiti.
There's nothing real.
The animation depicts
everything got to be
ship
fake
prior to slaves being placed on board, and so we get a sense of what these slaves would endure on their 2-month journey during the Middle Passage. You're able to see through the camera different parts of the ship and follow from the different holding cells, the different components and features of the ship, as well as a time sense of a day and night cycle.
The Indian Ocean slave trade substantially predated the transatlantic slave trade and continued for much longer. Yet up until now, it's been less studied by scholars, and in fact, the true scale of the transatlantic is far more well known than the Indian Ocean slave trade. Scholars at the International Institute of Social History in Amsterdam recently held a conference where they brought together scholars that focus on a variety of geographic areas to uncover areas where we can expand our research and share our knowledge about voyages in the Indian Ocean and maritime Asia. They've secured some seed money to put together a database within the next 8 to 10 years. By using the transatlantic slave trade database as a model, scholars working together, sharing data, and putting the transatlantic slave trade in better context by looking at the Indian Ocean and maritime Asia.
I'd like to stress a slightly different future prospect for the site, and that is in switching the emphasis on the site from maritime transportation to the people associated with the slave trade. And this would include both the enslaved and those enslavers that were organizing the business. And the starting point for this is actually a grant the Andrew Mellon Foundation gave us an award to investigate anybody that was associated with the slave trades in both the Atlantic and in the Americas, with the idea of identifying who those people were. If you look at the existing site, we have in fact got a good starting base in the form of details on 92,000 Africans, as well as 31,000 owners of slave ships and slave captains. And we plan to expand.
Hold on. Wait. Pan-Africans, did you hear that? Because I know you're going to watch this video the next day. I know you Pan-Africans love being on my YouTube and you like trying to debunk shit. Did you hear that? How many times did y'all say they didn't write their names down? There's no way to find out if you have records proving that you came from a particular place from Africa. This man right here just said, here's the African names. Even though it's on a database, why haven't you Pan-Africans still proved? Why haven't y'all proven the alleged fact that y'all have African ancestors? Why haven't you showed the world, hey, this is how to find your African ancestors? And why haven't you showed that African ancestor on that slave boat? Why haven't you preached their name up and down social media saying, look, this is my ancestor. This is my this is my that. I came from Sierra Leone, blah, blah, blah. We don't see you doing that, but all you do is yell freaking DNA test. DNA test this, DNA test that. But Slave Voyage .com, voyage.com, just literally just said, hey, here's the African names. 92,000 of them. But naturally, there's 12 million. It was 12 million. 12 million. 92,000 out of 12 million. Man, come out of here, man. Get out of here, man.
In the sense of adding other occupations to this, including people who bought slaves and sold slaves. And it's not just the identification, it's the filling in of some biographical detail. Basic things like obviously age and sex, but also family connections, and basically open up a whole new vista for research.
So there you have it. There you have it. That's their little summary of slavevoyage.com. So let's tap in. Let's go ahead and tap into this bullshit, okay? So when you go to Transatlantic Slave Trade Database, it says this database compiles information about more than 36,000 voyages that forcibly transported enslaved Africans across the Atlantic between 1514 and 1866. It says search and analyze the database for information on the broad origins of enslaved people, and the torturous Middle Passage, and the destinations of Africans and the destination of Africans in the Americas. Now, this, I'm going to show y'all how this is bullshit. Because up here, they just said, we have records, right? Search these records, okay? Then they said they have the names. But when you go look into this stuff, we're going to look into all this. We're going to look at the estimates. Okay? I'm finna show y'all something. Where are we? We're in North America, right? We're not in the Caribs. We're not in Mexico. We're not in South America. So when we're gonna be when we're dealing with our identity itself of North America from the West Coast to the East Coast, we gotta only deal with the USA. So when you pay attention to all this, right? You're going to have to mark off, go over here and you're going to have to mark off Spain, Portugal, Great Britain, Netherlands, US, and Denmark. And then you're going to have to go down here where it says regions. Scratch all this shit off. Disembarkment regions. Scratch all that shit off. Because what we only supposed to be focusing on is the mainland North America. And now we're going to hit apply. Apply again. Now, allegedly, right here, this is what it says. Allegedly 135,000. 135,000. 410 people. Do you see that? So since they got 135,410, that's the so-called real number of Africans that came to North America. That's the so-called real number. America already had Negroes here. And you allegedly brought 135,410. Okay. Let's go look at something. You notice it was just a database, right? It was just a database. There wasn't nothing. There's nothing that they're comparing this big number to. But I found something that was very, very interesting. When you go to the database, right? Okay. You see this? When you go to the database and you go up here to where is it? Ship owner, dates, captain and crew. It's one of these things. Place where purchase. Place where captors landed. Okay, when you go right here, right? Go to place where captives were landed and you click mainland North America, right? Again, these are the so-called numbers over here: 238, 95, 256, 423, 80, 37, 13, 102. Okay, let me show y'all something. Place where the vessel's voyage began. A lot of these voyages, when you pay attention to it, when you pay attention, where they was purchased. Hold on. Okay, just make sure we on track. Just making sure we on track. Okay, when you pay attention, a lot of these voyages took place. They began in America. A lot of them. A lot of them. So you go into America. I mean, you leaving America. They're going to Africa. They're going back to America. See, look. For example, we got Maryland. And it says Africa, post unspecific. New London, Philadelphia, Liverpool. I don't know what Zealand is. A lot of these places started, like I said, a lot of these places started in America. Boston, Newport, South Carolina. A lot of these voyages started in allegedly America. We ain't talking about Brazil. We're not talking about Mexico. We ain't talking about the Caribs. We talking about our identity, North America. So let me show you something that's very interesting. So when you click on one of these people's names, right? No, not this one. Where did it say that one I was? Yeah, when you click on one of these people's names, specified. Damn, where's that one? It was called where was it? It was called Lloyd's List. They had a source on here called Lloyd's List. And when you look at Lloyd's List, those wasn't slaves. What they are doing, the National Archives records of. All right, I'm going to show y'all some shit, right? First, I'm trying to look for this Lloyd List one. So y'all can get the understanding of what the hell I'm doing. Daily Post. It's somewhere around here. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. Let's see. York River. Philadelphia. Damn it, it's one of these. It's one of these. It's one of these for real. It's one of these damn things. Shoot, I do not want to go through all of these. Islanders, Virginia. Regardless, we still gonna get one of these sources, and I'm still gonna show you. But I'm gonna kick it off with Lloyd's list first, just to show you what I'm talking about. But these are all the sources they say you can go to. But if you pay attention to a lot of these sources down here, for one, if you pay attention to them, do y'all recognize? Shit, where is that? Where is that? Do you recognize, for example, this one right here? Look at this source. Do you see anything strange about this source? We're talking about slavery time, right? Slavery time. If we're gonna talk about slavery, if we're gonna prove that everybody that's from America that is black came from Africa, then we're gonna have to show old sources to prove that majority of people came from Africa, right? So if you pay attention, you see that this source right here, it says 1999. Excuse. You see that this source says 1999. Now, Slave Voyage Records, I don't know what the hell y'all doing. But this says the Landers Jane Black Society, Spanish Florida, 1999. A source from 1999. They trying to prove that we are slaves with this book. Do they look like a record to you? Come on now. Do this look like a record to you? This is a source on slavevoyage.com. They said go to this book to get the source, a book from 1999. Y'all need to pay attention to Slave Voyage because they out here lying to you. Here go another one. This is another record right here. Richmond, 1984. Was that when it was founded? I'm not sure. Look at this book right here. Voyage slave trade statistics. No, that's not it. That is not it. It was written in, hold on. Where this goddamn book at? Did it download? 1 second. Edition. Yeah, it was written in 1984. Here it is. Yeah, right here. I can't look at it. View formats and editions. The ebook. Oh, shoot. Well, the book was written in 1984. It's a modern book of this book right here. And this wasn't even written during that time. Where is it? Where's the date on this thing? Yeah, 1984. A book from 1984. Yeah, I guess this is it. 1984. It's a source. So now we're going to use modern books to prove that we are Africans. This is what slavevoyage.com is doing. They get in databases from modern ass books. I don't think anybody showed y'all like this, but I was taking my time going through these sources. I'm trying to go through them quick. Here go another one. Donna Elizabeth documents illustrative of the history of the slave trade of Americas, Volume 3, 1930. Again, we're not worrying about South America. We're not worried about South America. We're not worrying about the Caribs. We talking about our identity. Volume 3, right? This is the book right here, isn't it? I think this is the book. 1932, documents illustrative of the history of the slave trade. Come on now. Another one, the same one. 1984. Weekly Journal, British Gazette. Again, paying goofies. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell y'all got going on. But y'all sending people to this site, y'all done lost y'all goddamn what Port City said, African in mind. Look at this. Here's another source. The Notorious Triangle, Rhode Island in the African slave trade. 1981, Philadelphia. 1981, Philadelphia. And we're going to put that source up here too. I'm just showing you that these are modern books. This is where Slave Voyage saying, hey, we got a team of researchers. We went through the archives. Which archives y'all talking about? The Internet Archives? And found a whole bunch of modern ass books and said, we Africans based on these modern books. Get the hell out of here. Look at this. 1981. This is your source. This is your source. Written by this guy named Jay. So Pan Africans, this is an all-time low. This is an all-time low. Real talk, this is an all-time low. I showed y'all three. Halito, like I said, go to YouTube if you want to see what I'm showing, TikTok. But this is an all-time low. SlaveVoyage.com is giving you modern sources to prove that the Negroes in America are African. Modern sources. And Pan-Africans think that is okay. Something that's talking about something very crucial in our old history. The alleged bedrock of when Negroes came to America. And this is what SlaveVoyage.com do. Give you modern sources and tell you are Africans. Books that was made in 1980, 1930. That's talking about the past instead of using the slave manifests of that time to prove the narrative. That's crazy. So I found this list right here. This right here is called Lloyd's List, 1764 and 1765. And this was published in 1969. So allegedly I guess this is a copy of Lloyd's, you know what I'm saying, the shipping record, right? So when you go down here, because this is what Slave Voyage record, they said Lloyd's List, 1764, 1765. They also said 1763. When you go look at Lloyd's List, And you can clearly see, yes, this is a copy of the old one. When you look at Lloyd's list, right, and you scroll down, well, we're gonna zoom in so you can see what we looking at, what the heck is going on here. Look at this. This is your, to the Pan-Africans, to slavevoyage.com, something dealing with slavery. And it's not. It really isn't. So they was going around getting basically the ship logs of anybody coming here. And if they was labeled as some type of worker or a low worker or dealing with a skin complexion, they automatically called them a slave modernly. That's what they did. They're out here fabricating the damn slave narrative. So look, price of the stocks. We're finna get on down. I'm just letting you look at everything, right? I'm just letting you look at all this. Now, when we get down here, look. These are the people names. Look at where they're coming from. Look at where these people coming from. Edward Davis, New York. Bolton, I don't know what PQT. Boston. True Britain Rowling. Alicant. Jane, Maryland. Swanton, Quebec. I thought these are people coming from Africa. Look at this. Captain Parkman of the pretty Betsy, who came into the cows the 30th, and it says he saw a large raft of things and a sea full of lemons and oranges, which he imagined come out of the Dutch ship. Okay? So we're going to go on down here. Look what he says about Africa. He says right here, he says about 300 tons from St. Malos for Africa, who had been 150 leagues to the westward, was by contrary winds forced back on Wednesday night, yada 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 yada. Now it says the ship and cargo entirely lost and only 5 of the crew were saved. So they're just talking about bullshit that happened overseas. But this right here is the people. This right here is the people that they're talking about. Look at this shit. These are people from New York, Carolina, Boston, Barbados. These people got names already. This is a source from slavevoyage.com that I think slavevoyage.com, I don't think they really believe people was going to go out here and actually look the shit up themselves from the shit they was putting out there. I don't really believe, I don't think they believe that. So when you look at this, man, look, Philadelphia, Portugal. SlaveVoyage.com is trying to say these are black people. But I thought everybody was coming out of Africa. Come on now. So how to freak to get over here? Let me get over. There you go. This is just interesting to me. Offended. I don't see not one thing on here that says someone's coming out of Africa. sailed for Longhorn, arrived from Boa. Look at all these people. Jamaica, East India. Come on, man. Oh, we got one right here. Barbados arrived from Africa. Ditto. Lord Castle Man of War, Captain Rice. Liverpool. We got one African, but guess what? It still fucks you up because the person has a name and they saying he's a man of war. It's still, this shit is just crazy. To me, it's just crazy. It's crazy to me. I don't get how Pan-Africans fight so hard for us to be for us to be Africans, and they not really looking at these sources that who they look up to. They're not looking into it. But this is one of them. We're gonna get off this one, right? And we're gonna go to slavery. Here's another one. Okay. This is the same one. The Lloyd's. This is Lloyd's. Shoot, come on now. Get this out the way. I'm not trying to install this. No, sir. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. I'm not trying to install that. Let me open this. Let me put this in a browser. Okay. This right here, this is Lloyd's. This is the ship log again. This is 1763. This is the same stuff. You see right here, starting at 1. It says Philadelphia, Jamaica. And this right here is just telling you the price for each one. And again, this came from slavevoyage.com. They told you to go look at this stuff. And they said, these are slaves. How the hell? Look, a slave called James King. Come on now. So I'm just showing y'all this. Like, this is what the Pan-African said. Go look at. And we got a lot, again, we seeing a lot of American names. They nationality, British. American, Rob Adams. You're not seeing too many. I'm telling you, you're not seeing no Africans. You got one says plantation. Then it says Virginia, Rob Boyd, Liverpool, Virginia, Rob, and it says plantation. But it's not saying African. It's not saying nothing about African. Barbados. We'll look at another one that says plantation right here again. Right here, number 9. Plantation. That's the price. It says his name. Britannia Rogers. Liverpool, Virginia. Plantation. Come on now. But we ain't seeing nothing. Thomas Mather. British King. Or maybe these are the last names or something like that. But like I said, you're not saying nothing about Africa whatsoever. Plant. I think, yeah, plant is short for plantation. Oh, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's try to find it. We're gonna type the word Africa. Nothing. 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 This is what they told you. They told us to go to this shit. I'm telling you. They told us to go to this. And it's not there. It's not there. These are the records they said go to. Now I'm gonna show you why this slavery shit is just complete bullshit. Then I'm gonna show you a real slave manifest. Yeah, a real slave manifest, right? And I would like to see a Pan African produce. I would like to see a Pan African produce one coming from overseas. Look, I mean, know what I'm saying? Looking the same way, because everything we got ain't nothing but it's just a database. And then we go look up the stuff. It's not saying what they're saying. I'm talking about for mainland North America. I ain't talking about Brazil, because Brazil do got some stuff, but even that's over exaggerated. Know what I'm saying? It's the numbers is still not high like they say it is. But when you look at this, it says prior to 1790, it is almost impossible to figure out exactly how many Negroes were slaves and how many were free. In fact, we do not yet know how many Negroes were actually imported as slaves. According to Carey, the total number up to 1808 aggregated about 300,000. Look, y'all, let me show you something again. If we go back to slave voyage, I'm going to show you how all of this is bullshit. We're going to go back to estimations. We're going to click, again, we're going to click the USA. Then we're going to click regions. We're going to mark all this stuff off. Mark it all off. And we only going to leave mainland America. Again, this is what Slave Voyage is saying. They saying 135,410. They said that's how many came to North America. But in this old book, they saying about 340,000. It doesn't make sense. They're just lying. Others believe that there were brought in probably as many as 400,000. Believe conjecture. Better estimates are impossible here because of the variation of annual importation as a result of many influences. So people making shit up. They making shit up. Slave Voyage is making shit up again. From 1760 to 1770, there was a decided increase in the number brought in. They making it up again. They decided to increase it. So when you seen on Slave Voyage record, I keep saying Slave Voyage record. When you seen on slavevoyage.com when it said 300,000, that's them. Okay, we're gonna decide to increase it. We're going to increase it. We don't have no real number. We don't got no proof behind it. We're just going to increase it. Right? And it says from 1770 to 1790, however, when the spirit of freedom was strong as a result of the struggle for the rights of man during the American Revolution, the number decreased. After it was decided by the formers of the Constitution in 1787 that the slave trade should be prohibited after 1808, several of the southern states, feeling that they were dependent upon slave labor, imported as many as possible during the period immediately preceding the date. So you're telling me people from the South was just going straight over to Africa? Where were they importing them from? It's just interesting. This shit is real interesting. There were 757,881 Negroes in the United States in 1790, and 59,557 of these were free. Some of the Negroes early reported as slaves, however, never had such a status. At least a few of the first Negroes brought to this country were indentured servants, like white persons of this class imported it here during the beginnings of the colonies. J.H. Russell expresses this opinion in his Free Negro in Virginia. Such Negroes, like the white indentured servants, became free at the expiration of their term of service, took up land, and in some cases became employers of indentured servants and slaveholders themselves. So the reason I'm reading this is because, again, I just showed you on slavevoice.com that they're lying about their numbers. They're lying about their sources. Then I just pulled up this source to show you that, hey, they don't know how many people came over here. They just going to increase the number. They're going to decrease the number. And now they finally going to tell you, hey, yes, Negroes was indentured servants just like white people too. Honestly, they just lying about your identity, people. And again, didn't I already told you? Then I already told you, and this right here. And the bill HR 1385. This is by Congress. Virginia Vital Statistics Bureau classed all non-reservation Indians as Negro. Indians was called Negroes. Then I already showed you that then I already showed you where is it? Excuse me for a sec. I'm looking for this source. I think it's right here. Again, they was talking about, and this first source, they was saying that they don't know how many Negroes came here. They don't know what a Negro was. Here, the terms colored persons, black, and Indians are synonymous together. And right here, the N-word has also been an offensive derogatory term applied to Indians as well as blacks until the recent times. So again, there's a reason why I'm bringing all that shit out. It's because when you take all of that into account, and then they said, we don't know how many Negroes was brought here. You don't know how many Negroes was here. You don't know if this is a Negro from Africa. You don't know if this is a Negro from America. You just calling anybody a Negro. And then when you go to slavevoice.com and they say, oh, they were shipping Negroes back and forth. Sir, were they Africans? Do you know if they was Africans or not? You just calling any black person an African. That's why their numbers is all fucked up, because they just start calling any black person an African. Then we're going to head back to the slavery thing. Oh, no. I'm going to save that one. We're going to go to, I believe it's called populations. No, the Jacobites. Here we go. Right here, I'm going to show you what a real slave manifest look like. And I want Pan-Africans to prove this, okay? Shout out Kuamayo, because it was Kuamayo the one that brought this out. This is about the Moors, but this is dealing with the Moors that became slaves, right? So I'm gonna skip on down to the manifest that's in here. Look, 1746. When you look at this, right? Number one, it got Robert Adam. He a laborer, and he's in Sterling County, and they got his complexion. Just take a good look at this list. I'm gonna let you take a good look at this list. See, number two, black curled hair, strong, made. The next one, brown complexion. The next one after that, black and ruddy. The next one, brown. You're not going to see Pan-Africans pulling things up like this. When I say pulling things up like this, I'm talking about old literature to prove the point. These are not Africans. These right here are Jacobites. These are Jacobites from soldiers, Jacobite sources. They saying where they sent them to. I believe on here is, yeah. All right here, York tells you exactly where they came from, their profession, their names. But mainly these people are from the European islands. And again, these are Negro type people. Yes, there were white people amongst them as well. Look, dark complexion, black, lusty, ruddy, brown and thin. And again, these people got regular English names, just like I showed you how the alleged so-called Africans that they was talking about, how they had their names on the records too. Now here's the old ones. This is the original. Right here. The same one, the Jacobite. This is the, hold on. X this one out. Yeah, that one didn't look too good. Here we go. This is it right here, the same one. James. You see? Black Swarthy. This is the same manifest right here. National Archives, Government, UK. Jacobites, you see it up here. This is what a slave manifest looked like. But this is from Europe. So what you would call this? Yes, you would call these are Moors. These are Moors. But again, at least the Moors can prove their identity. Well, let me take that back. If you're following Noble Jew Ali, no, you can't. I'm talking about the ones that actually did their genealogy. But yes, the Moors can pull something out. The real Moors can pull something out like, hey, yeah, we came here, blah, 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 blah. We was captives by our own people, blah, blah, blah. Here's the slave manifests. This is our name on the family tree, blah, blah, blah. You Pan goofies cannot do this. You can't do this. And this is the same thing in digital form. Now, back to slavevoyage.com. Look, you see that way how this shit look? This is what slavevoyage.com would look like if they was being real with themselves. This is the same. This is a database of this. The prisoner for transportation. This is a database of this record. Why don't slavevoyage.com? Why isn't it that easy? Los, you should have been here, but I don't know if you was here. But I showed these people slavevoyage.com. I showed their sources. and you won't believe what their sources is. It's modern books, bro. I went straight to their sources. It's modern books. Majority of them is from 1930 on up. So, I mean, if you go back and look at the beginning of this, I mean, go back a little bit on this live, Los, then come back up, you're going to see those damn sources from slavevoice.com. And I'm like, damn, Pan-Africans. Oh, shit. Wait till TikTok find out about this shit. Wait till TikTok find out about this shit. Boy, they finna have a field day with y'all ass. Oh, God. Now, look, this is a slave manifest. This is an American slave manifest. Another thing you're not gonna see on slavevoice.com. Bet. This is what you're supposed to be finding in your genealogy, people, if you're so-called Africans. This is what you're supposed to be finding. Oh, my people came from Africa. I'm related to Kuta Kinte. Okay, here's my record to prove that I'm related to Kuta Kinte. Right here, we're looking at a slave. This is a slave manifest, a manifest of slaves. And this is from New Orleans to Texas. Look, you know how I just showed you the Jacobite paper? Yeah, or a slave. You know how I just showed you the Jacobite transportation of prisoners? Look, there's no difference between the Jacobite transportation record versus the slave manifest. If you look at the first, right, look at what color it says the people is. Look, copper. The first one, it says he is copper color, dash, black, dash, yellow, black, copper, dash, black. That dash means ditto, by the way, y'all. Copper, black, dash. And look, these are the names. Slaves. And we go back to the Jacobites. Let's go back to the Jacobite transport record. You tell me. It is the same. People, look, it's the same. It is the same. Number 48. We at number 48, right? Look at number 48. 47, 48. James Lackey. I think that says Lackey or Lucky, one of them. And it says he's black and straight. Look at the other one, ditto. This one says ditto. He also means black. And it says swarthy. Ditto. That means black. They say again, he's black, lusty. Another one down here, 53. John. It says right here, it says he's black, 5'4". A lot of the more, if you pay attention to this, hey, Los, pay attention to their height. The Moors are short. The Moors are short. Like I said a while ago, when I said the conquistadors, how did these tall ass Indians get taken out by by midgets? I wasn't playing when I said the conquistadors were short. The Moors and the conquistadors are the same goddamn people. They are short ass folks. Their max height is up to 5'6". For what I've seen so far. Look, you got one dude that's 4'7". 4'7". He's 50 years old. Right here, number 57 at the bottom. This man is 4'7". I ain't trying to clown on nobody's height. But if you calling yourself a Moor, I'm assuming that you short. Because I'm assuming that you short. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9" and a half. I'm 5'9" and a half. I'm not 6 foot. But look, these clowns is 4. Max height 5'6". If you claiming to be a Moor, I'm assuming that you short. Yep, a slave. A pygmy. A pygmy for real. So when you look at this, when you compare the Jacobite transportation, prisoner transportation list, and what's it called again? I want to say it right because I'm fucking it up. The Jacobite prisoners, prisoner of transportation. The Jacobite prisoner of transportation list. And you compare it. Yeah, if you're a Moor, you're a shorty. You're a shouty. Every Moor I see from now on, I'm going to call you shouty. When I see Yusuf on TikTok, I'm going to say, what up, shouty? Whenever I see the other Yusuf on there, I'm going to say, what up, shouty? When I see Wise One, salute shouty. Because all y'all some short motherfuckers. If you come in to be more. No wonder y'all got some big ass tempers because y'all short motherfuckers. Short people got big tempers. I know they can't see anything on TikTok because they got a green that I'll show you. They showed you, Opium, that these motherfuckers can't read because I told them to come to YouTube. You're not going to be able to see nothing if you do not come to YouTube. If you want to see anything that I'm looking at, come to YouTube. Come on now. Let me pull up this. If I go over here to TikTok, let me pull up this ticket. I got 4 people sitting over here in TikTok. Can't see. We can't see. Can't see. Are y'all looking? It says go to my YouTube to watch. Y'all over there literally saying I can't see, looking at the screen that says go to my YouTube and watch. Come on now. Lord help these people. The signs, yeah, Opium. The signs, man. They're not looking at the signs. Yeah, that was you, bro. Hey, but look, I'm going to go back and show y'all again. I'm going to go back and show you the slave voyage. I'm going to show you the slave voyage source. Opium, you want to see this shit because it's going to be funny as hell. Now, we back at the manifest slave records, the slave manifest. It's literally the same way as the voyage. I'm sorry I'm going back and forth. The reason I'm going back and forth because I want you to get that understanding. The slave manifest records and the Jacobite records are literally the same, like as described. It gives they height too. Look, 5'6", 5'8", 5'8". We know some of these are Indians because they preceding 5'8". You know what I'm saying? But some of these folks are 4'6". But that's a kid though. These are kids right here. But the one we seen that was 4 and 9, that motherfucker was 50 years old. But these are kids. Then we got the grown folks 5'6", 5'8", 5'8", 5'8", 5'6", 5'4", yada yada yada. But these are kids down here. Know what I'm saying? But they about the same one. They're the same one. Okay. Now look at this again. Y'all see what else we got? This another one. This another slave manifest. Look, you see right here? It got complexion. Well, I highlighted it right here. And it says black, brown, black, ditto. Pan-Africans. Your slave manifest got to look like this, fam. I don't want to see nothing from slavevoice.com written in fancy ass cursive. They don't say really nothing. This is what we got to see. This is the manifest that we got to see. Because if it's not saying this, we have a problem. Because this is what the manifest looked like before 17, around 17. What year is that? What year is this? No, that's not our 13th century, goddammit. What year is this? Look, 1829. 1829. Look, the slave manifest look like this at 1829. I can imagine what the hell it looked like way before then. So y'all Pan-Africans, y'all capping. But look, y'all see it right here. It got brown, black, yellow, black. Brown, black. And then, yes, we got we got copper in there. Black copper. Yep. 16 years old. And we got their height. Some people 6 foot. All right. And you can't say yellow means mulatto because it got mulatto right here. You just seen the word yellow. Yellow and mulatto is 2 different things. But there go copper, all that. There you go again, man. Y'all see all this. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. This is what a slave manifest look like. But you ain't gonna see this. You not gonna see shit like this on slavevoice.com. You're not gonna see nothing like this on slavevoice.com. Okay? Now we finna go back to slavevoice.com. We're finna go back to slavevoice.com. Now, this is just a recap. That's before 1830s, like everyone, like, yeah, facts. This is the real, I mean, it's not a real number. What people fail to do when they go to slavevoice.com, again, this is what I did. I don't give a fuck about the Caribs. I don't give a fuck about South America because I don't live there. My people's not from there. My people's not from the Caribs. Y'all are trying to prove us in North America is African. So therefore, we need to use the database of North America, not motherfucking Mexico, not motherfucking Caribbean, not motherfucking Canada, not South America, only North America. So, look, I checked off USA. Oh, hold on. Uncheck Africa, please. And I checked mainland North America. Now look, you see what it says? You see that number? Was we fucking lying when we said it's less than 300,000? We know it's less than that. But if you uncheck mainland and click apply, you got 0. When you just click USA, and click apply, you got 0. You got 0. You click back mainland North America. Ooh, hold on, what's going on? Well, go back. What is going on? Shit. Fuck it. All right, look. Now I'm finna go back and show you the sources again. I'm gonna recap it for you. Atlantis Slate. We're going back right here to this database, right? We're going to this database. Now check this. Look what I do now. This is what I'm gonna do. Let me show you. Check this out. And again, if you're not following if you're not following me on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. But check this out. Look what I'm finna do. I'm finna click place where captives were landed. So this is where the slaves were taken, right? And I'm gonna input mainland America. And I'm gonna hit apply. You already see 82. That's the fucking first number. 423. 90 is still not looking good for y'all. It's not looking good for even the first fucking page. But we're gonna click. I'm gonna click this one right here. Yeah, I'm gonna click this one. And we're gonna go down to, y'all see the sources? I scrolled all the way down to the source. Look right here. What year do that say? This is North America. This is the sources to prove that we are Africans. 1930. Look at the next one. 1984. Okay, they got one right here. We're going to click this one. We're going to see what the fuck this is. We're going to highlight this because I didn't highlight this one. We're going to highlight this. This one says 1714. We're gonna be fair. We're gonna be fair, y'all. We're gonna be fair. And we're gonna copy and paste that motherfucker. Oh, what do you know? It takes me to. Oh, what is this? Slave ships. Okay, cool. Cool. And we have names. Employed in the trade to Africa from Port what's it, Bristol in 1749. Value of ships. Number of slaves. And where the fuck are they going? Number of slaves. But this is not the source. This is not the fucking source. Let me make sure. Nope, that is not the source. Now I'm going to give y'all a Pan-Africanist one. I said I'm going to be fair. But these people could be going to South America. On the Gold Coast, number of slaves. Does it got where they headed? Because we talking about North America. Okay. There is not talking about where they headed. Let me go to one behind. Nope. Yeah, it said employees. But go back and we're gonna go to, I think it's the Florida one. Oh yeah. Look at this one, y'all. This one was funny to me. It is the second one. It's called the Florida Port Unspecified. They got the person name, the vessel's name, and we click it and we go all the way down, right? And we're gonna highlight this. This is the source. Landers Jane, Black Society, and it says Black Society in Spanish Florida, 1999. That's the source that they want us to go to. The slave voyage want us to go to. Let's click the source. Where the source take us? It take us to this goddamn book right here. Pan-Africans. Pan-Africans. I need you to explain. One of your master teachers is telling you to go to a book from 1999 to prove that you was an African. Slavevoice.com. This is sad. Really, this is sad for real. That's the source. That's the fucking source. And just for them, I would deem this website untrustworthy. Like if I'm a person that's really trying to figure this shit out and I ran across something that like that, I would have said, fuck all this. Look, here's another one. $1981. I would have gave this shit 3 strikes. Kuta Kinte. Hey, here's the other source, bro. Here's the other freaking source. Right here. The Notorious Triangle. That's the other book. Slavevoyage.com. It's telling us to go to. It's worth $128 if you want to go waste your goddamn money on it. Rhode Island's an African slave trade. It's a modern book talking about that year instead of having a book that was really made during that time. So they put their own spin on shit, y'all. You know what these folks do. So if you want to go spend What's the highest they got? If you want to go spend, oh, use a damn fool. If you want to go spend $275 on this book, then be my guest. You go do your thing. Port City and all y'all go do y'all thing. Y'all go get this book and debate me. And say slave the motherfucking slave transatlantic what the fuck this is? The transatlantic slave trade website where, boy, come on. They told y'all to pick this book up. I'm about to end this live in a minute, but I'm saying this shit is funny. Here's the same damn source on the next page. Oops, sorry. The same dang source on the next page. Same source. Same source. Okay, now we got several. Nope, same source. Oh, look, y'all, check this one out. Look at this source. They telling y'all slavevoice.com. Nope. It's not this one. Hell no, it's not this one. That's not it. It's this right here. They said, what volume did they say? Volume 3. Volume 3. Here it is right here. $1932. So I'm saying, how can y'all really? That's where I. At this point, I don't even want to debate these motherfuckers no more. 1984. The same source, 1930. It's just the same sources, except this one right here. Oh, this one horrible. 1985. Like I said, when TikTok started doing this shit, man, it's gonna be all bad. It's gonna be all freaking bad. That's the book right here. This is what they saying they want y'all to read. This is what they saying they want y'all to read. All these modern books. But I already did my research into the one in South America. South America got some pretty old stuff. I give them there on the South American stuff. I'm not denying that Africans came here. I'm just seeing the bullshit when it comes down to North America. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the bullshit when it comes down to North America. So that's why I said we got a problem. We have a whole problem. And look, I want y'all to take our time, go through this stuff. Lloyd's Register of Shipping, not the streamers, but just his name, Lloyd's Register of Shipping. I'm finding shit that Pan Africans didn't even find. And I want y'all to go through this stuff. What I'm doing, I'm just setting a domino for y'all. I want y'all to go through this shit. And you tell me who these people is. It's a whole bunch of them. I say start around here, 1768, 1776. Start around here, and you're gonna see all the bullshit. It's not real. It's not true. The slave fucking narrative for North America is completely exaggerated. And they really don't have no proof to back themselves up. No proof. I ain't went through all this stuff yet. I just went through the oldest one that I could find, and I seen that those people wasn't even slaves. These people was coming. These people had nationalities. These people had names. They wasn't captured motherfuckers. These people had names getting on boats, and they came here. The Lloyds, this thing right here, Lloyd's Register is gonna prove it off. It's gonna prove all this shit to y'all. That they lied about this fucking slave narrative. People came here on their own goddamn wheel. I'm talking about North America. I don't know about South America, but North America, a lot of people came over here on their own goddamn wheel to be employed, to work, to get land from all around the world, not just Africa. And that was the whole point of me bringing out Lloyd's book, his register. He's one of the prominent shipping registers out there. And his shit's still going today. His ancestors still doing this stuff today. But I'm going to leave y'all with that. I appreciate y'all tuning in to my live. It's been wonderful. I wish it could be longer. I said that I was gonna have it short today. Yes, an hour and 28 minutes is short to me, but I really didn't have much to bring to this because it was real simple. And if you can't understand it after this presentation I just showed you, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Yes, Lloyd's of London company too. That's part. It's a big company. I'm just leaving it all for y'all to look into and bring your own thing with this stuff. I found all this stuff today thanks to slavevoice.com by fucking up. But I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. And yes, it's October. So that means a lot more YouTube videos. This YouTube is getting kicked off again. I'm really not gonna be on TikTok like that. I might get on TikTok just to cause some commotion, just for some entertainment for my YouTube to upload. But other than that, shoot, it's really YouTube is game on now. Like, I'm done entertaining these clowns on TikTok. I got some other stuff to prove. But I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for the